Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. So today we are from Group 7. In this occasion, we would like to present our research progress about accounting information needs in SME of Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini. So our group member consists of first me, Marisa Syafira Najwa, and then Salwa Resatul Husna, and Nurul Aini Marlina. So in this presentation, we will like to present some outline of this presentation that is first introduction, second methodology, third results, and fourth discussion, and the last is conclusion and the recommendation. For the first chapter of introduction will be present by me. So what is the background of this study? So this study based on several previous study that is first a study conducted by Van Gils 2007 and expressed by Eilenstadt in UMIT BTC 2008. Small and medium enterprise or SME are a crucial component to drive a country's economic growth. The function of SME in the Indonesian economy can be seen through several aspects, that is, first, its position as the main actor in economic activities in various sectors. Second, the largest provider of employment. Third, an important role in local economic development and improving community welfare. Fourth, the creation of new markets and sources of innovation. And the last, its contribution to maintaining the balance of payments through the export activities. So this regulation can be seen on SAKMKM atau Standar Akuntansi Keuangan Indonesia Entitas Mikro, Kecil, dan Menengah. So on January 1, 2018, the Financial Accounting Standard or DSAK and the Indonesian Accounting Association or IAI issued the Financial Accounting Standard for Micro, Small, and Medium Entities or SAKMKM. It made to easier and simpler than the financial accounting standard for entities without the public accountability or can be shortened as SAK-TAAP. This provides a statement of financial position, income statement, and notes to financial statement that are useful and can be used by many users of financial statement when making decisions for SME. But there is issue in the implementation of this regulation. Based on the research on the application of accounting in MSME assisted by the Cooperative and MSME Office of Pekanbaru City, there is some result that 83% of MSME didn't understand the content of SAK-ETAP, and the 70% of respondents didn't use accounting software to produce timely and relevant accounting information, and 70% of MSME didn't provide additional information that was not present in their financial statement. This caused by the lack of knowledge, understanding, and awareness of the importance of applying accounting completely in accordance with SAK-ETAP or MSME actor, especially in the process of preparing financial report in order to obtain information about business activities during one accounting period. But what is issue experienced by the subject or our subject? That is first, uncertainty of daily sales, which make it difficult for the owner to determine how much raw material to buy or how much money they will make. Second, to overcome these losses, the business owner must use the profit earned in previous day to cover the shortfall on each working day. And third issue is the business still use a very basic method of calculating profit, only subtracting cost from daily income without a proper bookkeeping system. And the last issue is the target market is basically limited to those in the area of business, especially just for student or local residents. So what is problem formulation based on our background? So we formulate several questions. That is first, does MSME Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini produce financial statement? Second, how is the transaction recording system carried out by SME Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini? And third, how are accounting practices according to accounting theory carried out by MSME Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini? And the last is, what are the problems faced by SME Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini in implementing accounting practices in their business? So based on our problem formulation, we could make several purposes of this study. First is to find out whether MSME Ayam Penyet Sambal Elek Tektini produce financial report. Second is to find out the transaction recording system applied by MSME ayam penyet sambal oleh Kartini. And third, aiming to find out how accounting practices according to accounting theory are carried out by MSME ayam penyet sambal oleh Kartini. And the last is to know the problem faced by MSME ayam penyet sambal oleh Kartini in implementing accounting practices in their business. Based on this study, we could have several benefits. That is, first, for the MSME ayam penyet sambal oleh Kartini, it will benefit by increasing awareness of the importance of financial recording, even if only simple ones. Second, supporting business sustainability and better decision making. And for the researchers and academic, it will first serving as real-world example of accounting theory application in the field, particularly in the home-based culinary SME sector, which still use simple and manual financial recording methods. And the second, adding reference to the literature on the adaptation of accounting theory in the SME. So we will go to the next chapter. It is about the methodology. First is about the research design. So we collected data primarily through direct semi-structured interview with the owner of the SMA Ayam Penyet Sambal oleh Kartini, with the in-depth interview with qualitative method. The research process content first, problem identification, second, literature review, third, determine the research design, fourth, data collection preparation, five, interview with the owner, six, data analysis, discussion and interpretation, seven, met the conclusion and recommendation of the research, and the last step is reporting and presenting the research. The research method we use in this study is qualitative research that aims to analyze and describe how accounting is implemented in financial recording activities at SME. The data required for this study is a primary data obtained by conducting interview with the MSME owners directly using a pre-prepared list of the question. Ayam Penyet Sambal oleh Kartini was chosen as the research object because it meets the required criteria, namely, first, the level of complexity and size appropriate for an MSME and doesn't yet have proper accounting records. The ease of access, being located in the University of Andalas area, and the willingness of the business owner to provide information openly. This also contribute to the researcher's decision to select Ayam Penyet Sambal oleh Kartini as the research object. So as can be explained before, we use some pre-prepared list of questions that is for the data collection planning. So for the required data of SME profile, we ask a question to the owners, that is, first, what is the name of the business? Second, who owns the MSME? Third, when was the MSME established? Fourth, in what industry does the MSME operate? Five, what is this business from? Six, do you have any employee and how many people? Seven, where is the business located? And eight, is there a contract person of the business owner? For the next data is about the general financial recording and reporting activities. We ask four questions, that is, first, who is assigned and responsible for the transactional offers? Second, does the staff have any accounting educational background? Third, does the MSME have regular financial recording? And fourth, how is the accounting system implemented in the business world? For the equity, we ask six questions to the owner. First, it is how much initial capital was deposited. Second, who is the capital provider? Third, how is capital turnover or management done? Fourth, is there a regular reporting to the capital owner? Five, does the business have financial record and reporting? And six, how is this done? And for the asset, we ask six questions. That is, first, what types of asset does the business have? How are the assets acquired? How is the value of asset recognized and recorded, whether it's current or fixed? And fourth, does the business use depreciation or fixed asset and calculate life? And 5, how is inventory recorded? What method is used? And 6, how does the business record transaction conducted by the owner using the business funds? For the liability, we have 3 questions. That is, has the company ever had or currently has current debt? Second, what is the debtor of the debt? How long is the period and what is the debt used for? And third, is there evidence of the debt? For the revenue, we ask 5 questions. That is first, what are the type of revenue? Second, how does the MSME set prices? How much is the markup? Third, how are sales recognized and reported? Are the receivable allowed? And four, are there other resources of income besides the main income? And fifth, how is the business workflow? And the last, for the expense, we ask 5 questions. That is first, what are the payment made? What are the regular payment and what are not? Second, are purchase also made on credit? Third, what is the payroll system? Fourth, is the cost of goods sold recording? When is cost of goods sold recording done? And five, if there is an error in service, and who is responsible if there is a loss? And for the next chapter is the result that will be present by Acha. To Acha, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Risa. So, this is the findings of our research about SMSEs, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh ini. So, after we planning the data and conducting interviews directly with the business owners, we as the researchers obtain the following information on the research. Also, the first slide about the findings is about the general information about the SMSEs. So the business name is Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini. The owner is Ibu Kartini itself. The year of establishment, it was 2022 in the industry of food and beverages. The form of business, definitely MSMEs, and she has the employees of one. Address in Jalan SDN Kota Panjang, Limo Manis Pau, and we can contact also and the contact person below. And if you see the pictures, that is the researchers and the owners when conduct the interview. And the next findings is about general financial and reporting. So, who is assigned and responsible for the transaction occurs? Does the staff have any accounting educational background? Does the MSME have regular financial recording? And how is the accounting system implemented in system work? So, the answer or the information that we find after we conduct the direct interview is the first one is uh who is assigned and responsible for the transaction occurs. It is the owners itself, and the staff is no, they don't have any accounting educational background, and the MSC SMMEs have regular financial recording. No, they just have the sales record. Sometimes from the payment through the QR through the CRIS. And the last one is the accounting system implemented in business work that they don't have any accounting system. The second one is about equity. So how much the initial capital was deposited? So the initial capital was deposited in amount of 10 million rupiah. And how is the capital provider? Since its establishment, the initial capital came from the owner himself. So the owner actually take the full control of the business. And how is capital turnover of management done? The capital is used entirely to start business operations, and profits are retained to increase the capital to subsidize the losses. And is there regular reporting to the capital owner? There's no regular reporting since the owner actually takes care of business affairs and is responsible for the capital profits of the business. Does the business have financial record and reporting? So it's yes, but how it is done? The business have financial records in raw form and simple reports that can help owners to keep track about every profit made. The next one is about assets. So, what type of assets does the businesses have? Since the business is in the food and beverage fields, the assets owned are tables, chairs, display cabinets, and cooking equipment such as stoves, pans, and so on. So, how are the assets acquired? The owner purchase new items in cash. How is the value of asset recognized and recorded, whether it is current or fixed. Thus, the assets are valued at a purchase price, but there is no record of this. Does the business use depreciations for fixed assets and calculate lives? No, there is no depreciations. How is inventory recorded? What is method is used? There's no inventory record because the owner purchased ingredients daily according to the needs of the day. How does the business record transactions conducted by the owner using the business funds? The record keeping is still raw. I mean that is still raw and done manually. The owner only records daily income and capital expenditures. The next one is about liability. So, the question of has the company ever had or currently has current debt? The owner has no debt as all purchases are paid for in cash. And so, for the who's is the debtor of the debt, how long is the period, what is the debt used for, and the evidence is there is no required answers. And then we move to the revenue. So the question about what are the types of revenue? The sales from the menu offers such as ayam penyet, grilled chicken, pecel ayam, fried rice, iced tea, and orange juice. And how do MSMEs set prices? How much is the markup? So the selling price is determined from the calculation of raw material purchases, labor wages, gas costs, incidental costs, and then added with the markup of 10% profit for food. For drinks, it is calculated from raw material plus rounding 1,000 rupiah or equalized with prices at other sellers. And the third one, how are sales recognized and recorded? Are receivables load? Sales are recognized when buyers make payment of their orders. There is no receivable system for small purchases. However, for large purchases, the owner sets a down payment. The down payment is paid 10% at the beginning of the order. The paid off when the order is picked up. Are the other resources of income beside the main income? There is also additional income from snack services made by other sellers, steam brownies, which make five 500 rupiah per piece, and fruit bread and rissoles, which each make 300 rupiah per piece sold. And how is the business workflow? The vendors offer several types of food and beverage menus for customers to choose from. Then the buyer can choose the payment mode in cash or through the KRIS or digital bank. About the expense, so what are the payments made, what are the regular payments and what are not. The payments made are usually routine payments such as daily employee wages, inventory stock, gas fees, water fees, electricity fees, and deductions for using digital wallets or interbank transfers. Are purchase also made on credit? There is no credit. So what is the payroll systems? They're paid daily at 50,000 for one employee. And is there COGS recording? When is the COGS recording done? There is cost of goods sold recording when purchasing goods to calculate the capital use and to set the selling price. However, there is no recording of cost of goods sold when the goods are sold. So, if there an error in service, who is responsible if there is a loss? Loss or errors are borne by the owner directly. And then we move to the data analysis and the interpretation. So, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh is entirely founded by its owner, Mrs. Kartini, who has full control over the business and its profits. The initial capital is used for building the business, and there is no need for formal financial reporting, as Mr. Kartini manages everything. The business operates from her home, minimizing costs by using personal cooking equipment and serving customers on site without accumulating debt. Income comes from selling food and drinks, with payment received in cash or via digital wallets. A down payment system is used for large orders. Pricing is determined by calculating raw material costs, adding labor, gas, and profit margin. For example, the price for fried rice is set at um, 10,000 rupiah based on the ingredient cost. The ongoing costs include employee wages and utility payments managed in cash. The lack of a formal accounting system means the profit of and loss evaluation can be inaccurate, as the cost of goods sold are recorded only at the purchase, and Ms. Cartini assumes all financial risks and responsibilities due to the absence of a shared operational system. So I give back to the moderator, Isa.
Okay, thank you, Aja. So for the next the next chapter will be present by Lina. To Lina, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Marisa. So I will explain the discussion session. So this discussion session aims to compare the practices carried out by this MSMEs with accounting theory. So therefore, after the data is collected from the interview, it will be analyzed based on several accounting elements to see the extent of alignment between practice and theory. So for the first part is equity. So the findings at the beginning, the business owners invested his own capital of 10 million rupiah. And since this is a private business and the capital comes entirely from the owners, there is no profit share system. Then the profit earned net during the business operation is used entirely for the business. It will be rotated again for operations and capital increase and as a subsidy in the event of loss later. And for the accounting theory, in economic theory, the proprietary view emphasizes the role of the business owners as the center of business activities. Income is considered as an increase of the owner's wealth from the result of the business during a certain period. This theory focuses more on financial capital, emphasizes the financial investment of the owners rather than physical capital that focus on the firm's ability to maintain its physical operating level without any regard to ownership claims. In this view, there is no separation between the owner's assets and the business, so that all business profits belong to the owners. If the business needs additional fund, the owner can add them from his personal funds. Capital here includes money invested by the owners and profits retained to be redeveloped in the business. And for the discussion, the initial capital invested in Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini comes entirely from the owners, and the profits are fully under the owner's control. The profits will be recapitalized as well as taken as the owner's share. This is also a representation of the proprietary view of equity, where the owner has control over everything that happens in the business, both income and expense. Furthermore, through this view, the owner is a capital investor where financial capital is more appropriate than physical capital. And the next part is asset and the findings. The assets owned by Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini are used for daily operations and were purchased in cash by the owner without any installment or credit purchases. The location used for selling is in front of the owner's own house, which helped reduce operational costs. Additionally, raw material are purchased daily as needed, so there is no inventory. There is no written or systematic record of the value of assets, their economic life, or annual depreciation. And these operations, assets are used until they are damaged or no longer usable, after which they are replaced with new ones. And for the accounting theory, according to the IASB, an asset is a resource controlled by an entity as a result of past event and is expected to provide future economic benefits. These economic benefits can be in the form of cash flow, cost savings, or assisting the production process. An item can be considered an asset if it can provide benefits and is controlled by the entity. Assets are recognized when the transaction has occurred. For example, equipment that is recorded as an asset when purchased. According to GAAP, tangible assets are measured at purchase price or historical cost. However, the IASB standard also allows to further measurements such as systematic depreciation over the life of the assets or evaluation based on market price. For intangible assets, there is amortizations and impairment testing. And for discussion, for asset, which include table, chair, and cooking equipment, were bought with cash and no credit at Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini. Despite meeting the IASB's definitions of assets, which control research expected to provide future benefits, the lack of regular record keeping in company practice differ from theory. Historical cost, depreciation, and useful life estimation, all necessary for accurate asset measurement and financial reporting, are not documented. Additionally, daily purchase of raw materials eliminate inventories, which simplify asset categorizations but also restrict the use of appropriate asset tracking. And the next part, liability, for the findings, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini has no liabilities as there are no credit purchases. Whether for the purchase of the equipment, supplies, or raw materials, all payments are made in cash upon received by the owners. And for the accounting theory, for the liability, according to the IASB, a liability is a present obligation arising from past event, the settlement of which is expected to reduce the company's resources, such as cash or other assets. An example is a purchase on credit or a loan. For an obligation to be recognized as a liability, it must meet two conditions. It is probable that an outflow of economic benefit will occur and its amount can be measured reliably. In IFRS, liabilities are usually measured at historical cost and can subsequently be measured at amortized cost. And for discussions, since all transactions, including those involving equipment and raw materials, are carried out in cash without the use of credit or loan, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini is free of any liabilities. As a result, even while the company matched the theoretical requirement of not recording liabilities, in the absence of obligation, it also lacked the instrument for leveraging liabilities like financing or credit purchases that are typical in many organizations to control cash flow. Although it is restrict scalability, this total lack of obligation suggests a cautious, low-risk approach to financial management. For the next part, revenue, the findings, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini generates income from the sale of food and beverage, as well as additional income from the sale of other people's snack. Sales are recorded when the buyers pays directly. There is no down payment or credit system except for large order that use a down payment system, 10% upfront and the rest when the order is picked up. Selling price are determined based on raw material costs, labor wage, gas, and other expenses, plus 10% profit margin for food items. For beverage, price are calculated based on raw material costs and then rounded up or aligned with market price. The profit and loss calculations is only from the selling price minus the expenses. And for the accounting theory, according to IAS 918, revenue is the inflow of economic benefits from the main activities of the company that increase equity other than contributions from owners. Within the IASB framework, revenue is recognized if there is an increase in assets or a decrease in liability that causes an increase in equity. Revenue must be reliable, measurable, and recognized when it has actually occurred, in accordance with the principle of prudence. According to Patton and Littleton, revenue is considered realized when there is evidence of cash received, account receivable, or other current assets. The criteria for the revenue recognitions, according to the IASB, are the first one, it is probable that the economic benefit will flow to the entity, and the second, its value can be reliable measure. And for the discussion in Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini, the revenue is recognized when payments are received in cash, which align with the conservative and realization-based principle of revenue recognitions. Even though it is handled informally, it is also common practice to accept a down payment for large orders as a type of deferred income. The pricing plan incorporates raw materials and other costs with a defined profit margin reflecting an understanding of cost plus pricing. The company does not formally define revenue from advance or employ accrual accounting, which make it incompatible with thorough financial reporting. And for the last part is expense. And for the findings for expense, there are routine transactions such as payment of workers' wages, which are paid at 10,000 rupiah every day. For raw materials, expense are incurred every time inventory is added. In addition, there are also monthly payments such as electricity, water, gas, and bank deductions. No credit purchase are made by the business. Any errors and losses in transaction, whether due to people or machine, are borne directly by the owner. However, any ordering errors will be borne by the buyers. The seller only bear the error of giving the wrong change or there are materials that are wasted. For the accounting theory, according to the FASB, an expense is a decrease of economic benefits during an accounting period that result from the expenditure of assets or the incurrence of liabilities, thereby reducing equity. Expenses are typically associated with the use of resources to support profit-generating activities. An expense is recognized when it is probable that economic benefits will flow to or from the entity, and its value can be measured reliable. Expenses are measured by allocating them to the period in which they occur. To overcome the problems involved with determining and measuring costs to be expensive and carried forward, there are three basic methods of matching in general, namely associating cost and effect, systematic and rational allocation, and immediate recognition. And for the discussion, Ayam Penyet Sambal Ulek Teh Tini record only cash-based expense such as daily wages, utility bills, and raw material costs in order to manage costs in a practical manner. Unlike more organized accounting systems that use cost-effect associations or systematic allocations, this approach uses the immediate recognition method. Although this strategy works well for cash-based small enterprise, it does not follow the matching principle. which links expenses to certain revenue streams. Additionally, an informal and adaptable method of expense management is demonstrated by the way transaction failures are handled, where losses are completely borne by the owner or customers. In contrast, theoretical accounting would normally classify such losses under particular expense account. And for the conclusion, based on this discussion, it can be interpreted that Ayam Penyet Sambal Urut Teh Tini closely aligned with the proprietorship theory, where our owner's equity is equal to asset less liability. P represent the net worth of the owner of the business. The owner and company are considered as one and the same. The owner has complete control over all business assets, including cooking utensil, furniture, and tableware, and they are all paid for with cash. There is no formal accounting for depreciation or changes in valuations, and wealth is viewed practically rather than theoretically. Since the business is fully cash-based and has no liabilities, the owner's net worth is equal to the whole value of their assets, and any risk or losses to those assets have a direct impact on their wealth. Income directly support the owner's business activity because revenue is only recorded at the time of receipt and pricing selection are based on an individual's estimation of cost and intended profit. Now, owner's salary is recorded. Instead, expenses such as daily salaries and utilities are paid for individually. Revenue and expense have a direct impact on the owner's wealth. Sprague's theory that the goal of the business struggle is to enhance proprietorship is supported by the fact that the profits are kept or reinvested informally without formal allocations. Okay, that's all for me. I will give back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Lina, for the explanation. So, for the last chapter about the conclusion will be present by me. So, from this research, we can know that the thorough examination of Ayam Penyet Sambal Urut Teh Tini accounting procedure indicates notable gaps between the company's present financial management strategy and accepted accounting theory. Although the MSME case-based, extremely simplified recording system works for day-to-day operation, it deviates from accepted accounting practice and restricts the company's ability to make major choices on the growth. In a number of areas, the company shows some consistency with the accounting theory, but there is still the gap between the theory and practice. That is further emphasized by the lack of official financial records, inventory tracking, and streamlined expense recording. This study highlights a number of significant problems to appropriate accounting implementation, such as lack of adequate accounting information, a lack of money for complete system, daily sales uncertainty, impacting financial planning, and the last is a lack of accounting expertise in the MSME. So based on this study, we asked the researcher recommend several ways to improve the accounting practice in the business. First is by using basic accounting workshop for MSME. This could provide training to business owners on basic financial records such as expense, income, and profit guided by the accounting student. Second, use of cash book or digital application. Implement daily records using a simple cash book or free application so that the business owners can monitor cash flow easily and regularly. And third way is the preparation of simple financial statement. This will help business owner prepare a balance sheet and income statement to determine the overall financial position of the business, including the value of asset and the net profit. And the last way is the separation of personal and business finance. This can be done by encouraging business owners to use separate accounts or e-wallets so that the financial management is more structured and not mixed with the personal needs of the owner. So that's all the discussion and the presentation from our research about the accounting theory practice in the MSME. Hope it can be useful for the student and another research. And thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.